I like how he hasn't questioned that I'm a robot dinosaur yet.
Nope.
He's been diplomatic. It's fine.
Okay.
So, do you represent any individual race, or you seem to be a? I'm
There
not
are
sure what
many
you-
races represented here.
Excellent, excellent. And
Of course, technically I don't qualify as a race
no, why is that?
because I was created.
He is a.
I'm a warfor. I'm an automaton.
Oh, that's unusual.
I am a sentient machine.
The situation can be summed up as fairly unusual.
Yes, it
yeah,
can.
I can give you that.
Floating through the void will do that. The wit of the matter is that we have no intention of believing that Red Bull, as of this moment, is a threat to our existence.
Okay, but
Yep.
do you not know that we are both sides are running low on food and supplies?
Well, yes, the scavengers you sent to us did actually mention that once or twice before they tried to steal our food, yes.
Yeah. And, yeah.
Well, it's how can I put this? We are all on the brink of starvation, and we need more food. You seem to have food.
Oh,
All
good,
of our
more
food
goals.
is for all of our food is for making alcohol.
Oh, jeez.
Are you what? You would drink all this food and let people starve?
Well, no, alcohol has a very high nutritional value.
But it's the conversion is just you'd lose so much in the fermentation process. Plus, you're joking with me, aren't you?
It keeps the peasants appeased.
Yeah,
Okay.
Well, I'm back there.
Are you actually in charge here, or is there someone else I can speak to?
That's a very
it's a-
good question.
He is in charge as long as he doesn't upset too many people.
I might improve that at some point, but it'll do for now.
New Cybertron.
Anyway,
Just a hint, getting absorbed into another kingdom, that would upset us.
Yes. It also wouldn't work very well.
see, the problem we have is that we have a lot of people to feed. As you can see, we have a large land mass, quite a large city, and having looked over your lands, we can't see that you could defeat us in a war.
That's what you think.
Just sheer weight of numbers would carry the day for our side. But we'd rather not fight you, though. We'd rather continue to wage war against the devilish Red Bull people.
I suggest the two of you resolve your difficulties
Yes.
and then come to us.
Yes.
We cannot resolve our difficulties. They think, both of us think that the chosen political system is wrong, and there is no way of changing that.
Well, why not agree to disagree and just stop fighting?
Because each of us has resources the other one wants. They have controlled the woods, although you have much larger woods. Well, we have managed to maintain control of the better fortifications. Various bits of land have rammed in, but nothing interesting. And
It sounds to me like the only one who has any actual resources that you want, or between the two of you, are the Reds.
yes, well, we've been unfortunate. That wood only appeared a couple of weeks ago, with the sawmill across the river. But we were hoping that we would have a fortunate piece of land impact onto us, and it seems we have. You have resources in abundance. What you seem to lack is manpower.
You think we lack manpower.
We can see your keep, your squatters' camp, and the tiny little village off to the side.
You seem to
Unless
be
you
forgetting our
have an
mine.
army hidden in that woods, we're not really that worried.
Well, considering the power of some of our citizens, the Woods are an army themselves.
So you feel that your champions are a powerful force?
You could say that.
We may have a way
Powerful.
of dealing with this. Yeah.
Powerful might be an understatement.
Yes, we have our own powerful champions as well.
I'm just showing off in the background.
Okay, about to say you stabbing him.
No, I'm just kind of, flipping my knife around.
Can I make an insight roll, or what would the roll to be to see how they determine if there's how they would determine trial by combat, or if there's anything we could challenge them to avoid having an overall conflict
Challenge
between
their- Challenge their ruler to a duel. Whoever wins gains control.
I would just say, I mean, is that something within?
He seems to be moving towards that. Yeah, he seems to be thinking. You can just see in his eyes the idea of a trial by combat.
How about we take this to
Gator.
the test then? Our best 4 guys against your best 4. If we win, you consider trying to work something out with the Red Bulls, with us as arbiters, to make sure that things are fair. If not, we'll begin talks about how our 2 realms can merge and offer you access to our resources in return for your manpower.
And if we win, we annex you, and we both move against Red Bull, and clear this island up for a proper leadership. The Queen is young, and to be honest, little more than a figurehead that the people need to rally behind. But we see the interest in here. We want to limit bloodshed.
I have no doubt that I am many, many years older than anyone in your kingdom.
Age is not...
And many ages wiser.
Well, that may be, but at the end of the day, we've got some guys who are good with swords.
As a note, that's a wisdom of 10.
Right.
Well, we appear to be at an impasse until this is
Yes.
resolved, so why don't you toddle back to your queen and see what she says?
Yes, I think
Figurehead or no.
Yes, I shall take your idea back and we shall decide.
In the meantime, we're going to put up our wall against your water. We're tired of the smell.
Oh, that was not so much like a plan as something that just happened. We needed somewhere to get rid of the waste, and being in no man's land, both sides just decided to start dumping it there.
You could have composted it to create fertilizer to grow crops.
We had no seeds, so we never saw the real need.
You do know that most of your vegetables can just kind of be shoved into the ground, right?
You know. We're not farmers. Why would we know something like that?
Well, as a gift then, I'll give you a basket of seeds. If nothing else, it will make you be more valuable to conquer later.
Yes.
Oh, okay. We'll graciously accept those. He takes the basket of seeds and wanders off.
Actually, I'm gonna offer to walk back with him and do a nature and maybe start pointing out. Is this just a blasted wasteland at this point, or is there anything worth?
It's not blasted.
Salvaging.
There's nothing of use there. Whatever trees that were there have already been chopped down.
It's probably been pretty churned up by armies marching back and forth, fighting over it.
Well, they're not massive armies, but they've obviously chopped everything down they can to build the watchtowers. They've had to dig some other graves, but it's salvageable.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Are the Red Bulls sending a representative as well, or are they too scared to come over here now?
You didn't ask for a representative, so...
Yeah.
Well, I'll go see them then.
Oh, God.
Oh dear.
Oh,
Oh dear.
someone want to go with him?
I think we'd all better go with him, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Let's go.
I'm just gonna kind of stop on their border and go
Okay.
and just start yelling, safe passage, parlay.
Whilst sounding faintly. I'm not finishing that sentence. If this actually works, if they admit the head ghoul of the Ghoul Kingdom into their lands to negotiate with their leaders, I will actually marvel at their naivete, if nothing else.
They
Well,
cannot.
no.
they are a
I'm kind of
democracy.
stopping on their border, so
Oh, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, they are of the most futile of all political systems.
Yeah.
Fickle, not futile.
Oh, I was thinking feudal democracy. That'd be a weird thing.
That would.
Right. So they kind of stop you there, look down from the cliffs. It's like, what do you want?
We want to talk.
Why?
So we can stop shouting up a cliff.
Look, you're not getting up here.
We have a proposition.
Right. What's that?
Gator?
well,
Mr. Diplomacy.
For clarification, I'm not Mr. Diplomacy. I'm Mr. Intimidate. That's very different.
Well,
That's the same thing, isn't it?
Not really.
our proposition is that you guys are in a lot of trouble right now, and you need our help more than we need yours. Clearly, if you have a fight with us, there's going to be heavy losses on both sides. You guys will probably win. There's a lot more of you, but we're going to put a bad hurt on you. I would suggest instead that you send an emissary and we begin having some kind of talks to talk about how we can live together rather than just mindlessly slaughter each other and ruin whatever resources we have left.
Okay. We will send down an envoy,
Check
but he's not leaving our side.
3.
Understandable.
We have archers up here. If you try and eat him, we will shoot you.
Oh,
As
don't
long as
worry.
we can be assured you have no immediate plans to attack us, we're fine with having a détente for now.
Excellent. Excellent.
We just want to speak.
So
Wait.
they
Want to send anybody that has any negotiating power to come talk to us. We're more than happy to receive them.
Alright,
Mhm.
why are they convinced that we're going to eat them?
Because of Addy.
so I'm just
We aren't going to
just-
eat you.
I'll move away.
Isn't that
We
the
have had
opposite?
our struggles with starvation and people reactions to it as well.
okay.
Also, I'm going to tell him that the name of our country is. If they ask us what the name of our country is, we are the United Socialist Republic of New Cybertron.
God. Why not?
Okay.
If they ask. So we're a kingdom to the kingdom and a socialist republic to the free people of Red Bull.
Yeah, why not?
Okay. So they lower down their person,
Mhm.
who's going to ready themselves. So, are you ready to join our loving democracy?
Do we have a choice?
Not if you wish to live. No, the kingdom will not allow you to survive with all these resources on the border. They are a much older, out-of-date system.
And you
And
are
why do you
out-of-date.
propose that adding your starving people to our mix will improve our situation?
We can help you with the manpower that will help you to survive.
As can the people in the kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but you would be then the vassals of their queen. Here, you
No.
would be equals amongst it many.
You make an interesting point, but I really don't feel like being a servant to any man.
No.
And I would prefer to maintain my independence and the independence of my peers.
Yes.
We would be willing
Here.
to accept you as a separate state within the Free Peoples. The Free Peoples of Cybertron, of course, would be strongly allied, and we would form a central council.
I don't see a problem with that, as long as we can maintain our statehood and not be bend our knee to anyone.
Oh no, we're well against bending of knees. There would, of course, be sharing of resources. We would send people across to help you, better use what you have, and we'd trying to find some way of dealing with the kingdom before they were making ways, overran everyone. And of course, once we're in there, we'll have the destruction of their nobility and the hanging of anyone who's ever held a feudal position.
So these are revolutionary Democrats. I'm gonna
Well,
check an insight and see if they seem to be.
This is the old rule of politics. The more a country goes on about how free its people are, the less they actually are. So we're looking at you, North Korea.
So what freedoms do you have exactly?
Oh, everyone is allowed to vote. Everyone gets free shared food, and any other resources we have. Everyone is, of course, inducted into the army and trained for the army, and we are attempting to spread our doctrine to the kingdom.
In other words, we're going to share all our food with you, and you are going to share your nothing with us. Hungry.
I think for now, we would be willing to pay for work done by your men in what supplies and food that we have to spare to keep ourselves from starving. Other than that, anyone that approaches into our land will be considered an invader and will be treated as such. Any envoys that are sent under a flag of parley will be treated well and spoken to. And other than that, I'm not really sure we have anything further to discuss.
Okay, we shall consider your words. Of course, we need to speak with our council. We need to have a democratic discussion about this. And we will get back to you with how we expect this to play out. But, as long as you don't make any overtures towards the kingdom, we will be happy to accept you, and together we can bring a new form of life to this continent, this world, this plane. We're still not quite sure what's going on here.
It's a little complicated, certainly.
Yes.
Yes, we will be treating anyone who invades us from the kingdom in the same fashion. We will also be offering them the same trade. So I would recommend, if you wish to get a hold of our resources, you send someone over quickly to negotiate. First come, first served.
I would not try and trade with them. They're not going to honour any bargains. They will just use what you give them to strengthen their position. And once they have people on your side of the border, they will attack. You're much better off trusting us.
It's been my opinion, whatever color of the flag, people are generally the same. I think you guys might have a good system, but we're going to remain open-minded until you show your true intentions, or the kingdom does.
Okay. We shall speak later. And he starts climbing back up the cliff, keeping an eye on Atty at all times.
All right. I guess we should have a quorum here. Do we want to help one of these guys? Do we want to hold them off?
Well, we want
just like on a
annex
quick
both of
nature
them.
check, is there any way there's enough resources here if we used all their manpower and began irrigating and cleaning up this river and using the ship for fertilizer? If these people work together or individually with us, is that doable, or are we going to have to pick a side?
You think there's whatever goes on with it. If the sizes of the town, the two towns you can see, given to the amount of land, the amount of food you have, you assume there's going to be mass starvation pretty much whatever you do. So that's going to be worse if everyone has to go across, of course. But if you wipe one side out, you'll save a lot more of the other. Basically, there's more people here than can be actually fed. Especially because the time it takes to grow crops, you're going to run out of food. So even if you plant now, you're not going to get decent-sized harvest for at least 12 weeks.
I like the Kingdom of Arak more than the Free Peoples of Red Bull.
I feel like we should bullshit both these sides and maybe get one to wipe out the other with our help. But in the end, I am not. I've spent a long time being punished and my people being punished by people just like this, and I have no desire to make their lives any better in any way other than keeping the poor people under their rule alive.
Now, I would also like to point out that we're about to probably have complete control over the Kingdom of Arak. So our only logical decision is to destroy the Free Peoples of Red Bull.
What's the Paladin have to say about this?
The Paladin would probably be going with the former suggestion, which is play for time as long as we can.
I'm going to say you're outvoted, Ray.
Yeah.
We
the issue is you. Sorry, go ahead. My bad.
No, go ahead.
I'm just going to say, we're going to do a little inquisition here. We're going to commend the souls of one side to God and then send them on their way. Because there's no neat way out of this.
Yeah, face it this way. Even if we weren't involved, one side would exterminate the other just due to the fact that they're about to starve to death and they would just get desperate. Yes. All our addition has done is made them even more desperate. I think, frankly, in the next couple of days, so long as we don't actively sign up with either one of them, the war will kick off in full force again. All we would therefore need to do is act as... Can I just finish quickly?
Yeah.
Sorry. All I would then say is that all we would then need to do is literally sit on the sidelines, wait for the armies to destroy each other, and then simply give a honest statement to any and all survivors. If they joined us, we would treat them as citizens of Cybertron, not as, of the kingdom, not as of the Free People of Red Bull. We wouldn't give a shit where they came from, as long as they were, loyal and renounced all former treaties to the two former groups. Then, both the armies of Arak and Red Bull would be theoretically not in a state to deal with us. We'd have solved manpower partially just by existing and picking up the pieces.
Well, problem. We're the ones with the food. They're not going to attack each other. They're both going to attack us.
Unless we give them a reason to attack each other.
Yeah, so we're going to have to side with one of these guys, and we have to gun for one of them.
Not necessarily.
All we have to do is actually play them off against each other. That doesn't require actually siding.
I can make a mean red flag.
I was actually thinking that we have an active stealth specialist here. I mean, heaven knows there must be some way we can easily set the two off against each other. If they were at loggerheads before that we rammed into them or they rammed into us.
We could make it appear that one side has crops growing and that they have food.
Wouldn't you give a bag of seeds to the Arak diplomat?
What if someone were to kidnap the queen?
That's right.
Oh, well, that's... I don't know. I think the seed plan is probably actually easy to go with because it's already coincidentally started. All we have to spread a rumor amongst the Red Bulls that, oh, look, Arak now has crops as well. Who gives a toss about Cybertron? You've got to stop Arak quickly. And then Arak will have to defend themselves against Red Bull.
How is your streetwise, Addy?
I got it trained, so pretty good.
Well, let's face it. We've got someone who does stealth, we've got someone who does streetwise, and all we're doing really is we're not inventing anything. We're just playing up what already exists. I can't believe I'm honestly thinking this is a good idea. But this is the only thing I can think of that involves us not having to stick with one side or fend off both of them.
Another thing we could do is we have two druids that can shape change, and we could spread a rumor on the kingdom side that the people of Red Bull have a huge army of animals that they're farming and going to be eating, and we could just run back and forth, changing into like a deer and then a bear and then a pig.
That's how we swing it. If Arak has the seeds to grow crops, we then do what you've just suggested. So the Arak has crops to feed themselves. Red Bull suddenly has animals to feed themselves. Both of them will suddenly, obviously, have an antagonistic reason against the other. Because both of them will suddenly have now gotten the crops that they need or gotten the food source that they need, and will want to take it from the other one to ensure their victory.
Yeah.
Well, and
So let's face
those
it.
guys don't think they actually have the food. They both think they don't have anything, and that the other people are
Exactly.
set.
Exactly.
And now they're going to attack out of desperation. Yeah.
And yeah, desperation and jealousy.
Mm-hmm.
That, actually, if we can swing it, it's probably the way that sets us up nicely. They'll be too busy killing each other.
Yes.
And we get to rescue God knows how many people from the mess, who we probably would have had to have killed if we attacked either one of them or side of either one of them.
And it limits the deaths to the combatants and the leaders that got the people in the mess in the first place.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, the people who are most likely to start a revolution. So, yeah.
It saves as many people as possible. It saves the leaders for trial or for later purposes. It saves the combatants for pressing into our army, and it limits the effect it has on us. I think it's a plan.
Yeah.
All right, let's light this candle.
All right. So you planning on that?
I think
So
we
I
have a
guess
plan.
step one is Addy spreading rumors.
Yeah, step one is
Mhm.
actually spread
And
rumors
with
amongst-
me and the druid, I think maybe if we gave Addy some seeds and he could like say, you know, have a handful of them and say, you know, he found them people sowing this on the kingdom side.
Yep, and
I'm sure some of those seeds will find their way back to the council.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And then all the druids have to do is start, sort of spreading rumors, animal shifting on the border of Red Bull Narak, and then, undercover shifting back into human form and just starting spreading rumors in Arak that, the Red Bull
Yeah.
people now have animals. To
Yeah, and
Mhm.
we
food.
both have verdant bounty and high speed, so there's no way
Yeah.
They're not going to cut.
they're not going to catch us.
Yeah, exactly. And shit, yeah, that would work.
and
D&D 4th edition. Political intrigue.
Hey, we just managed to work out a plan how to make ourselves the solo power on a continent out of 3 with minimal loss of life to anybody. I think that's pretty solid good.
That is. I think we're suddenly playing Civ 5.
Sid Meier would be proud.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, no, it might be closer to Alpha Centauri.
Yeah, actually, that's probably right. We're working on the espionage bit. Wait, which one of you is the Planet Buster?
Yeah, we're doing the spies.
Yeah.
yep, so I can just grab some like rags from the slave camp and just disguise myself, and then kind of head over into the city and into the Red Bull town and pretend like I'm from the camp.
Okay. Make me a stealth check. Get up the walls.
That's pretty good.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're into the town.
Yeah,
Um,
and I
Yeah, it looks pretty desperate up here. Yeah, not nice. There's food, it stinks. People are kind of scrubbing around in rubbish heaps. Not a good looking place.
Yeah, so I'm gonna spin it. I'm gonna spin a tale about how the Cybertron is kind of siding up with the kingdom, and hey, look, there's a handful of seeds here, and I want to tell the free people about this because they've got druids. They're growing food over there. Corn as high as an elephant's eye.
Great
Okay.
perception.
I think I beat that.
And he just flips on the table to impress them.
Oh, sorry, wrong one. Better.
People start
There you
going, it's like, they've got seeds?
Yeah, they got druids. They're growing crops over there right now. They're gonna be set.
Why aren't we attacking them?
I don't know. You should be attacking them.
You said the people from this new land gave them the seeds.
Yeah. Oh, you don't want to go there. There's ghouls. That's scary.
They'll
But
eat you.
But they have food. We know the Arcs don't have food. It's what do you call them? Cybertronians?
no, they eat people. They have.
Well,
They're-
who hasn't been tempted? But we've heard of the crops. We can see the crops. And if you say they've got seeds, then if we go attack them, Make me a diplomacy roll.
Diplomacy.
Yeah, they're starting to mutter about attacking Cybertron, who has more food.
See, I told you guys this would happen. I
Well, you
think
bluffed
to
them well.
myself.
You got them ahead, believing, but yeah. Fortunately, they can see who's got the crop field. They got Arika's digging over some land at the moment, as opposed to you, who've got a few fields full of crops.
Well, well, so you've got to well, the Arax are defenseless. The people of Cybertron are strong. If you conquer the people of Arak before the Cybertronians ally with them, and then you could face off against them.
Right, bluff check again.
Yep.
Yeah, he's talking the truth. Wait a second. Where are you from?
I escaped from them.
Oh, you escaped. Oh, you must be lucky. I mean, the guys who came back said there was a really short guy like you who was just trying to eat everyone.
Yeah, that's why he didn't eat me. I'm too small a meal. I'm one of the lucky ones.
Okay. But yeah, we really need to attack the kingdom. We'll someone find us the Chancellor. So we need to get this cooking. A mob starts forming. So.
And I slip away.
Yeah.
All right. Should we do a nature check for doing some animal impersonation? Whee!
Oh God, never again.
Yeah, you can do if you want.
I do a decent job. 32.
You are a druid. Yeah. You managed
look-
to make it sound like there was a whole load of pretty
Oh.
much a herd of animals somewhere in the woods.
I'll do one too.
one. Yeah.
And then I'll yell some stuff like, "Bring him to the slaughter. We'll feast well tonight, and then attack the kingdom of Eric in the morning."
So you doing this from the Red Bull side?
I'm doing it towards the kingdom of Eric side,
Yeah.
Yes.
From
From
You
from
said
the Red
roll-
Bull side.
from
Yeah.
the Red Bull side. All right. Yeah.
Well-
They kind of you see some of the guards come up, and primitive telescope comes out. Trying to search
what is
over-
that? A stick with a search glass, like a friggin' magnifying glass on the end of it.
Yeah, basically a magnifying glass on a stick.
Nice.
I'll summon my toad and send him over that way, just so he sees it, so they have something to kill. And
And I'll.
And-
One dead toad later.
sorry, bro.
Uh.
Take one for the team, Butters.
All right, so yeah, you can see they're starting to get a bit annoyed.
I'll shift into a cow.
Ooh, that's
Oh.
a good one.
That's a nice touch right there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's bonus XP idea.
I'm going to disguise my robo nature as much as I can in this form too.
Yeah, it's you're doing it from a distance, so as long as you're black and white.
Yeah.
You should look.
Responsible over.
And the
There-
last thing I want to do on the way back is make a stealth check. Ooh,
No, you
I was
don't.
going to try to reconnoiter the sawmill just to see from the edge of the woods. But I think with a
unfortunately-
1,
yeah,
I'd
the
probably
guards,
step on
the
a
guards have
branch.
seen you. Right.
Right.
Into
Say,
that
"Fall back,
barn!"
Red Bull's seen us," and I just take off running into the woods.
Okay, so they're going to make some attacks at you. Miss. Hit. Miss.
Dodge. No, wait, you can't dodge. Shit.
And as soon as I get a step in, I throw up Bird and Bounty, which gives me full concealment.
Yeah. So Gator takes some damage.
Ow.
Yeah,
Worth it.
Yeah.
And
So
I'll
I'll
go
report
back.
back that I successfully antagonized them, not that I rolled a 1 on my
We-
stealth check.
We successfully antagonized them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got shouting now on both sides of the border.
X.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of people arming up. They do seem to move to each, but there is a force moving from both sides that's moving towards you.
Excellent.
But the main forces are moving towards the bridge, and as one side sees the other forming up, the other, more and more people come out.
All
And
right.
there's going to be a battle.
No.
But I think at this point it's probably an idea to kind of leave that till next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, more
'Cause-
mines.
I need time to prepare. Because I've been running this pretty much off spec now, and if there's going to be a major battle, I need to actually plan it.
Yeah.
And you probably want some of the guys back, but you've done good work this week.
You weren't entirely anticipating us doing this, were you?
Well, I knew it'd be a diplomatic solution, but I didn't know which way it would go because you could side with either sides. You could try and hold them off.
We could do this.
You could do
We've
this.
gone-
Gandhi or
this.
Machiavelli, and we went Machiavelli.
You went full
Yep.
Machiavelli. Yes.
Hey, it's worked so far.
Yeah. And if all else fails, we might be able to get the Archmage in the tower to do something.
True that.
Oh yeah. Actually,
If we
can't.
tell them they're
Middle's
going
high.
to take, if we tell them that they're going to stop him from doing his research,
He is right on the border of Red Bull.
he could burn it down.
Yeah. I've updated the map a little, if you've noticed.
Yeah.
So I'll work on that a bit more.
All right, we'll work on the flag for the Kingdom of New Cybertron.
I thought it was the Gurren Lagann flag. I thought it was just using our battle standard for the flag of the kingdom.
We need more dinosaurs on it.
Yes, exactly. Just simply change the flaming human skull to a flaming dinosaur skull with the Gurren Lagann glasses
Yes.
on the Union Jack, and you have it.
I'm thinking like one of those like Russian propaganda posters with the rows and rows of guys, but they're
Oh,
all
Except they're
dinosaurs.
dinosaurs.
Okay, I've got to confess that is pretty bloody cool.
And I'm gonna see if I can find one.
Yes, that seems like a good thing.
I'm just gonna Google Soviet dinosaur propaganda.
That's it. I'm looking up dinosaur Lenin.
Well, I found lots of Nazi dinosaur propaganda.
Well, if you keep looking,
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to be honest. This isn't quite what I had in mind. Stupid jetpack dinosaurs and martinis.
Oh my god.
you're going to have to set up secret police, aren't you, if you keep doing this?
No, yeah, no.
Well,
Here we go.
Lawful
You-
good.
Oh,
I
man,
found
just
it.
hate This.
I found it.
So look.
Yeah. In Skype, please.
I put mine in Skype.
Oh, good lord.
yes. yeah. Yes.
Which one? The Velociraptor one or the Evolve one?
Evolve. I like both of them. I
I-
like
they're
the
both-
Velociraptors though.
They're both fucking awesome.
I'll put both in.
Yeah.
We can get the
One could be a
albeit-
flag, one could be a
Yeah.
battle standard.
The text on the Velociraptor one isn't the best. Velociraptors are just huge chickens.
they are.
I didn't see that part of it at first. But yes, they are.
Right, so I'll just open them up and let people
Yeah.
see. So we got
They
that
can
one.
vote.
Yeah, if you want to vote on the flag, although that one seems a little communist.
That
No.
of course it would require people to actually post in our thread.
Yeah. They got to try it at some point.
Yeah.
So, multiple choices. I might be able to use the central dinosaur out of that Velociraptor, the one in the other corner. I might be able to transplant that onto the other flag.
Yeah.
So, I can have a look and see what we can come up with. So,
Alright.
you've achieved a lot this week. I think that's a nice 250 XP each.
Sweet.
Excellent.
So, because you managed to kill off the encounters, you got XP for that, and plenty of bonus RP XP.
What are we
I had
sitting
the
at
best
now?
idea.
Just over 2,200.
We're at 1450 apparently,
Yeah, 1450.
which is 800 till level 3.
750. No, it's less than that. What is level 3?
2,000 is what it says on mine.
Oh,
So 650.
yeah,
yeah,
650.
650.
My maths is out, sorry.
Yeah, a couple of good
Alright.
fights and you'll be at level 2.
Right, and then get my artificer in if you get a chance to this week.
Yeah, I should have a chance.
Are you switching out a character?
I'm going from Malrak the Druid Warforged to Malrak the Robot Dinosaur Artificer. I'm staying
Excellent.
as a Drobo Dinosaur.
Yeah,
But
he's
just now
changing
the
his
dinosaur is his
class.
true form.
But it'll give us a lot more options as a party.
Yes.
Yeah, that's great.
Because you've
We-
got 2
we need
druids
a
at the
real
moment.
We needed a real cast. Well, kind of real
We need-
caster.
Yeah.
We need science
Science, energy.
and magic.
Alright, so that should be it for this week.
6 demon back.
So we'll end the recording and
All right.
see everyone next week.
Yeah,
All right,
catch you
great
next week.
job.
See ya.
All
Great work, lads.
Um,